What's going on YouTube? Ted Awuga here. I hate to make this video, but because I feel like I'm beating a fucking dead horse with a goddamn baseball bat, but people just don't get it. So I'm gonna go over the policies of the Xbox One, and I challenge any one of you guys to find a negative. I'm gonna say if I can find a negative in what I'm reading, I'll bring it out. It's not even really a negative, but more like an inconvenience. So here we go. The first policy, and these are all on Xbox Wire. You can confirm everything that I'm saying right there. I'm just going to read them off from my Microsoft Surface. Just kidding. All right. Buy the way you want, disc or digital, on the same day. You'll be able to buy disc-based games at traditional retailers, GameStop, EB Games, Best Buy, or online through Xbox Live. On day of release, this will continue to be a great way to install your games quickly. So what they're trying to get at is they probably don't have a feature where you can play the game that you're downloading um, until it's fully downloaded. So I think I think the disc version of the game is going to install faster. But by the way you want, disc or digital. How, how is that bad? That's a great thing. I feel that as consumers and gamers, um, we need to be one with the idea that physical media is going to be obsolete. Whether we want to boycott digital downloads or whatever we want to do, they're going to be obsolete, both for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Um, Everything's going digital. Look at your iPad, look at your smartphone. Do you have physical copies of Angry Birds or Real Racing 3 or whatnot? No, you buy digital copies, and in the long term, digital downloading will reduce the cost of games. So we're not going to be looking at $59.95 games. So that's a great thing. You don't have a CD, you don't have the packaging, you don't have the like booklets. All these things are going to drive down costs, and Microsoft, in a sense, is cutting out the middleman because how it works now is they have to ship a game to a store. The store sells you the game, and the store has to make a little bit of profit from the game. So this is a great thing. We need to embrace it. Access your entire games library from any Xbox One, no disc required. This is a huge one because people are bitching and moaning about how I can't let my friends borrow my games or I can't take my games to my friend's house. Baloney, don't buy into that shit. After signing in and installing, you can play any of your games from any Xbox One because a digital copy of your game is stored on your console and in the cloud. So, for example, while you are logged in at a friend's house, you can play your games. Great. So, if I have 30 games, that if I bought 30 games, I can literally access all 30 of my games at my friend's house without actually taking the disc with me. Awesome feature. What's a negative in that? Exactly. Share access to your games with everyone inside your home. So that's kind of a gimme, not a big deal. Your friends and your family, your guests and acquaintances get unlimited access to all of your games. Anyone can play your games on your console, regardless of whether you are logged in or their relationship to you. So great. That's not really a feature. Everyone's doing that right now anyway. The next one, give your family access to your entire games library anytime, anywhere. This is, again, huge. This is awesome because this pretty much squashes the gripe that people have about uh, about letting your friends borrow your games. Up to Xbox One will enable new forms of access for families. Up to 10 members of your family Doesn't matter what state they live in, across the nation, in a different country, doesn't matter. Um, 10 members of your family can log in and play from your shared games library on any Xbox One. Just like today, a family member can play your copy of Forza Motorsport at a friend's house. Only now they will see not just Forza, but all of your games. So you literally give access to all of your games to 10 of your friends. I don't even have 10 friends, so I don't care if that number is more. I only have like 3 friends that I would actually let someone, let them borrow a game. So this is just an incredible feature because, again, I don't have to give him a disc. I don't have to worry about scratching a disc. I don't have to worry about leaving the disc in my car. I don't have to worry about, oh man, I brought this one, but I forgot the other one. All of them will have access to all of your games and vice versa. So you can just imagine the library of games you'll be able to obtain in a relatively short amount of time. Trade in and resell your disc-based games. Today, some gamers choose to sell their old disc-based games back for cash and credit. We designed Xbox One so game publishers can enable you to trade in your games at participating retailers. Again, participating retailers, we're not talking like probably mom and pop shops. We're talking, GameStop, EB Games, or Best Buy. Microsoft does not charge a platform fee to retailers, publishers, or consumers for enabling transfer of these games. So the way you guys are making it seem to be like Microsoft's trying to nickel and dime you for every time you want to use this, they just stated they are not here to, charge platform fee. I'm not sure exactly how a lot of that's going to work. I suppose when you install your game onto your Xbox, you can always uninstall the game and sell the disc to a friend or on eBay or Craigslist, whatever you choose. And as far as trading a disc back into the store, again, it's probably going to be the same thing where it's going to have to be uninstalled by them through the cloud or just through your console before you take it to the store to sell it back for a trade. This is a little confusing because there could be there's a lot of what ifs with the publishers and whatnot. But again, I'm not a big trade in my game to back to GameStop anyway. Like they fucking, you buy a game $60, the next week they'll buy it off you for $4 and then sell that same game that you sold them that they bought from you for $4 and they'll sell it for $50 again. So they're the ones shafting you, not Microsoft. And give your games to friends. Xbox One is designed so game publishers can enable you to give your disc-based games to your friends. Again, this is probably where it uninstalls from your console, your cloud server, and you give it off. You let your friend permanently have it. And people are saying there's a fee that Microsoft charges for your friends to install a game that you have. Here it is. There are no fees charged as part of these transfers. There are 2 requirements. The only requirements, you can only give them to people that have been on your friends list for at least 30 days, whoop-de-doo. And your Xbox Live profile, it carries over to your Xbox One. So all of you guys already had these friends for longer than 30 days. So again, it's nothing. 30 days, and each game can only be given once. Obviously, when you don't have the game anymore and you sent it, you can't give it to another one because now your friend has it. Again, no problem at all. These are all the game policies that the Xbox One is enforcing. Now, everything that I told you guys, seriously, without any fanboyism, without any trolling, without any bullshit, can you guys seriously tell me one negative thing about any of this? The only thing that was a little bit murky, and they're probably going to clear up in the coming weeks before the launch of the system, is how exactly the trade-in and resell discs work. That's literally the only thing. And the one sticking point about the console is that um, they said it needs to check in once every 24 hours if you're at home, or once every hour if you are playing your games at a friend's console. So again, not a problem for, I would say, most of people, because most of the time when we're playing 360, my broadband cable, my Ethernet cable, has been hooked up to my 360 ever since 2005, and prior to that, I had Xbox Live for the original Xbox One, and I'm a PC gamer. I'm connected through every device that I have all the fucking time. I've never had, even when we do have internet outages, we have Cox out here. Uh, Whenever we do have an internet outage, it's not longer than an hour, two tops. That this is like thinking from the top of my head. I've never had an internet outage forever, or I mean, for longer than a day. So again, people are whining about everything. Oh, what if there's a tornado and there's an internet outage for a week? If there's a tornado and it damaged internet, it'll probably damage your power, and you probably won't be running anything because you have no fucking electricity, you dipshit. And when internet goes down, the companies get it right back up right away, unless you're like in a really rural area of the United States. And frankly, I don't know what to tell you. But for the masses, the majority of people, none of these policies are a big deal. And the 24-hour check-in, let me reiterate that Phil Spencer said that you don't have to have it hooked up to the console. You can have that 24-hour check-in through your tablet or smartphone. And all these new smartphones and everything, they all have tethering. So he was emphasizing how it's not, we're like, they're not talking about a megabyte versus, I mean, he was saying it's in kilobytes, not megabytes. So like, you really, even the shittiest connection, I mean, it's enough to get that check in and you're good to go. So again, not a big deal for me because I'm always connected anyway, and all these features are frankly awesome. And the PlayStation 4, I mean, that's great for them that you don't, like, none of these policies really apply to them, except the probably even the trade-in and resell your disc dates, because that's a publisher choice that even for the PlayStation that they can implement. But PlayStation should be embracing all of these features also, because they have a brand new next gen console, but it's all based on old school ways about buying a disc and putting it in. They're not even going to have the cloud system set up at their launch, whereas Microsoft, that's a top priority, and cloud will be available from day one. So yeah, I mean, seriously, let me know what you guys think. If I miss something, or if I just don't get it, I just do not see what's wrong with these policies. And a lot of this, I think, is Microsoft's fault by how they presented it. They need to, in the Tokyo Game Show or the Gamescom coming up, they need to demo how all of this will work. They need to really clear the air about all this. I mean, I understand it because I read the shit out of a lot of these articles, and I stumbled upon the Xbox Wire page where they break everything down. But a lot of people, they just hear what other fanboy ranting faggots are saying, and they go with it, and then they tell their friends, and then all of a sudden you have four people ranting about how horrible the Xbox is, and they really don't understand what's going on fundamentally. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully this cleared a lot of issues with you guys about these policies, and should be exciting times. Again, I will probably buy both systems. I love the PlayStation 4's exclusives and the Xbox exclusives and the PC exclusives. So, this is Ted Awuga. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think.